welcome to the Paper Snout. This is Tara. Today I'm working on 2 hops. Each week, Miranda Weber over at her channel has asked us to create a layout using our favorite everyday photos. Now, I am not using current photos like I think many of the ladies are. I'm using the everyday photos from the year that I'm scrapbooking. I'm almost finished with 2016. I am working on 2017 as well. And so I have these 2 photos of my granddaughter putting together a Rapunzel puzzle. And she is actually wearing Elsa and Anna pajamas. So all about Disney. This little one, she loved Frozen at this age. And I did a layout with her recently talking about how she used our stairwell going upstairs as her Elsa castle when she was this age. This was taken probably around the same time frame. The second hop that I am working on is all about the mouse, and our prompt for this month from Shannon is there has to be mouse ears on the layout somewhere. And I felt awfully blessed to be able to get these hops into one video, because usually I work on my Disney album that is ancient and needs to be finished, and of course I wouldn't consider Disney photos everyday photos by any stretch of the imagination. So I pulled from my Iris case of mixed counterfeit kits. Some of this stuff was in the January kit, and some of this stuff was in a kit from last year as well. The papers all came from a previous kit. This was a kit from where we were doing, I think the original kit had Simple Stories Life in Bloom in it, which is absolutely stunning collection. And I used my Simple Stories Life in Bloom stuff, but Hip Kit had a collection in one of their kits, and it's called Hip and Humble, and I don't remember what year it is now, and it doesn't actually have a year, so it might be 2021 or 2022. And neither one of them have an actual date on it. And then I have a scrap from those papers. So I thought I would cut into these papers and get this layout done. This is also the chipboard frames packaging. This is something that I like to do. I like to use the packaging from my kits, especially Hip Kit, and Pete for Studio also always had really nice product packaging to use, and so does Pretty Little Studio. So I have all of this stuff to play with, and I'm going to pause and we're going to get started. I'll be right back. Okay, I used my Cameo off camera to go ahead and cut a circle out of the floral paper. I'm going to cut the branding strip off of this piece of paper. This is going to be my background. And I'm going to also cut that stripe down a little bit. I think I just cut it in half. This circle is roughly 10 inches, and I'm going to not quite center it down on the background paper. Here's where I'm cutting this stripe. I love that this stripe has like white splatters on it. It's really pretty, and it looks like I only cut like 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to cut my photos apart. I am going to mat one of them with that background paper that I was going on about, and I'm going to get a piece of cardstock that matches that darkest green in the stripe. I have some scraps of that color sitting off to the right hand side where I keep some of my scraps. So I'm cutting this 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and I'll grab that scrap also. I considered using the other sheet for a mat, changed my mind and decided to use this green cardstock instead. Like I said, I have this scrap sitting here off to the side, and I'm just going to grab it, and I'm going to cut a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of it as well to mat the second photo. I'm okay with having 2 different colored mats on here. I just wanted to get them both matted so the photos would be the same size. and I'm going to mat the one where she's mostly facing the camera with the text paper from the product packaging. So I'm going to layer these up a little bit, and I thought I got the glue in the right place there, and I actually didn't, so I'm just going to run my tape runner across the top and aside so that I get them on there, and I'm just going to place them down here on the layout. I am also going to go ahead and start grabbing some of the embellishments that I brought in, and I'm going to tuck those mouse ears here. It's going to kind of hang off the right hand side of the layout just a tad, which means I'll have to trim it, and I do that part off camera. I grab a couple phrases that I had pulled from my Iris box of mixed counterfeit kits. I'm going to grab this little thing that says childhood memories. I have not glued down the striped paper yet, so I'm just kind of messing around, trying to decide where I want things. I'm looking at the phrases and I'm realizing I really don't have enough embellishments. I pulled the little bird off that chipboard piece there, and really that's about all the embellishments I pulled. So I decided kind of last minute to go ahead and grab, I have some 49 Market Art Options Viking, and they're pretty close to me. I didn't show them to you at the beginning, but they're pretty close to where I'm scrapbooking, and I realized that it has enough of the colors in it that I can pull in some of those embellishments to round out what I'm doing here. Of course, first I'm going to cut out these little labels. I shared the label link for these in a recent video. It's on my How to Kill a Kit with Style video for February. This is a link to a set of free labels that you can print, and I shared that in that video if you want to go grab those. I think in that video I only showed you the ones that went with my kit. I don't think I showed you these, but this is one of the colors, the ones that I pulled in. Those are some of the colors, and I think it was a set of 3 pages of labels. And then there was another set of labels that I found on the same website when I was searching for the link for these, and I shared those in the video as well. Those are all red. I pulled in that little heart that's down below on my layout there. It's a wood grain heart from a previous video. I cut more than I needed, and it's been sitting there off to the side. It even has the stitching holes. I haven't stitched on it yet. That heart does not end up getting used, I don't believe. And like I said, here is the Art Options Viking pieces. I grabbed that butterfly right off the bat. I believe that butterfly was a fussy cut piece. I like this piece of laser cut lace. It's about the right colors as the purple, and I thought it serves as a great anchor point, and it's pretty below my photos. So I'm going to anchor my title with that, and I'm going to dig through these embellishments a little bit, and I'm going to come up with just a few more things. I think I come up with some flowers and another wordy bit, and I layer the chipboard phrases on the lower left side underneath some tickets. I also tuck some tickets behind the photos as well, just kind of giving it a little bit more layers. Here are the flowers and a leafy bit that I found, and I'm going to use those here. I'm just laying them down roughly at this point in time. It's not perfect yet. I will get them on there exactly the way I want them when I stop to glue. I grabbed the tab, and now I'm grabbing those pieces to layer underneath this photo. I think I grab 2 tickets. I've got that tab sitting there. I grab a set of 2 tickets to stick under the other photo, and then a single ticket as well. And I'm just going to kind of tuck the Mickey head in there just a little bit better than it is. Still digging a little bit. Decide to change out the color of tab. I add a tab that's more green. It's not the same color as the photo mat, which the other one was. And I'm just kind of digging through here trying to see what there is that I could actually use. I know I grab a stamp that says hello, I think, on it, maybe. Maybe it's not this. Maybe I don't grab that on this one. And again, I'm just still digging through this. The reason why I don't like to do this part on camera, because it can be tedious, and I found a phrase that I liked that's going to go on the tab up on the top of the left photo. Still digging, I'm still looking, still thinking about some of the things that I am finding in here. Like I said, this is a lot of miscellaneous embellishments, and here's where I grab some tickets to layer up a couple of these phrases on. I thought that they needed something underneath them, and I like that look, so I'm just going to grab a second one, move the chipboard piece that says childhood memories up a little bit, and then that's it. Okay, I got my layout completely finished. Off camera, I glued everything down. I believe I added these here off camera, and I think I added the memorable off camera as well. I don't think that was in there in the part where I was recording, but they were, when I was putting away stuff, I like, oh, these would look good on here too, and so I just added a few more things. I did use some foam adhesive under the butterfly, underneath this flower, and underneath the word memorable. I also layered up some tickets underneath some of the phrases just for visual interest, and I trimmed this ear off so that it wasn't off the page, so that it would fit into my page protector. I also, of course, when I was finished gluing everything down, I decided that I had to do some stitching around the circle, so I pulled a piece of thread that was about the same color as this laser dye from 49 Market and stitched around that circle. I think that really helps close it in, kind of draws it in as your eyes in as a frame around my photos and my journaling. All in all, I'm quite pleased with how this turned out. I want to thank you for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. In that description box below my video, there will be 2 playlists, one for All About the Mouse. That playlist has all of the videos from this series, including months that I have not participated. So if you need some Disney inspiration, sit back with a cup of coffee and watch those. The other playlist is from Miranda Weber's 52 Everyday Photos, and that link will be down there as well, and that playlist will be for the entire year of 2025 as we go through our everyday life photos and get them scrapped. Again, I want to thank you for being here, and I hope that you have a great rest of your Monday. Bye.